Hello, good afternoon. It is Thursday, so I'm gonna just do a quick video on what we did in class today. So you're gonna probably want a couple notes or just a page. We are at the end of our unit, so be prepared to take a test here pretty soon. I'm gonna switch screens here and we'll get going. Okay, so today our topic is we've been talking about multiplication and division with signed numbers, whether it's be fractions, whole numbers, whatever we have, and talking here pretty much about the commutative property. So here I have, let's start with this one here. I have an expression. So 3 times -2 times -8. And I'm thinking, okay, so 3 times 2 would be 6, and 6 times 8 would be 48. So I know my answer is going to be 48. And then the rules for multiplication when it comes to positive and negative, you count your signs. 1, 2. 2 negatives means my answer is going to be positive. So my answer is positive 48. My focus here is what would happen if we took these 3 whole numbers and did some shuffling. Commutative means you can move things around. So what if I put a negative sign here and here? Would my answer still be positive 48? Well, there's still 2 negative signs, so yes. What if my negative signs were here and here? Still be 48. What if I had this? Well, now it's not true. This would actually be negative 48 because there's only one negative sign. So that would not be true. What if I did something like this and had 3 negative signs? Would it still be positive 48? No, this would be negative 48 because now there's 1, 2, 3 negative signs. If I did something wild and crazy like this, would it be positive 48? Well, I know that here, that's a big plus sign, or I could say add the opposite. So now I'm down to 2 negative signs. And that's still 2 negative signs, which is still positive 48. So what you're looking for here is for multiplication, you can move those negative signs anywhere you want as long as it doesn't change the sign of your answer. And like you can add more, you can take some away as long as it doesn't change the sign of your answer. Example number 2, fractions. So what if I had negative 1/3 times 2/4? So here I have one negative sign, which means my answer when I've got done would be negative. So what if we moved the negative sign to the second number? Would I still get the same answer? And would it still be negative? Yeah, it would be. What if I had 2 negative signs? Would I still get the same answer? Yes. Would it still be negative? No, because now you have 2 negative signs and that would make my answer positive. What if I did something wild and crazy? Actually, let's go like this. What if I had this? Or a -1 and a -3 times this? Well, my answer is still going to be the same, except now it's going to be 1, 2, 3. That's 3 negatives, which means it's negative. So actually, this one would be negative. It'd be the same as this one. So these two are identical. So again, we're looking at when you multiply integers, we don't want our answer to change. We don't want our sign to change. This is my last example. I got fractions up here again. So let's go like this here. So looking at these two, if my original problem was this, and I'm just going to protect that so you see that's negative. I know my answer for this would be negative when I got done dividing. So if I decided to put a negative here instead, would my answer change? No. Would my answer still be negative? Yes, it would be. If I decided to have these 2 negative signs in my question, would it stay negative? No. Now I have 2 negative signs, which would make it positive. So in this case, adding that second negative sign changed my answer. So this would not be the same as the beginning. Something else I want to point out is if I go down here, if you'll notice from the original to this question down here, I swapped my numbers around. I put my dividend or my divisor first and I put my dividend last. Well, the problem with that is when you keep change flip, you keep the 2/3 and you flip the 6/11 to its reciprocal. So on this question, this would be incorrect. You have to start with 2/3. I don't care what I do with negative signs here. That's actually a mute point because you didn't keep, or I didn't keep the 2/3 first. So it doesn't matter what I do here. This is going to be a no matter what. So it will not be equivalent to what I have up here. So I have a Google form for you to do some practice and watch what happens with your negative signs, especially with division versus multiplication. Good luck.